Hello. Hello. How are you, mate? This one's called Lost. Broken Dream. Trying to get some recognition for the music that I make. I was so lost in a broken dream. All my hope has gone now, torn from beneath my feet. I was so scared, oh I was scared beyond belief. And I was silenced by the pain and even silenced by the fear. I felt confused, now I felt so confused. I felt incomplete, crying out for help, but I was so numb I couldn't scream. I was so lost in a broken dream. All my hope has gone now, torn from beneath my feet. I was so scared, oh I was scared beyond belief. And I was silenced by the pain and even silenced by the fear. I felt confused, I felt incomplete, crying out for help, but I was so numb I couldn't scream. Overcome by rage, I could not contain. I see the scene upon the canvas and these words upon the page. I never heard you calling out my name. Deafened by the madness, I was blinded by the shame. So am I restoring, holding out in case you know that the realization teaching. Yes, you're gonna make a big mistake. I never heard you calling out my name. Oh, I was deafened by the madness, I was blinded by the shame. You know the writings on the wall with all the things that I wanna say. I never heard you calling out my name. Deafened by the madness, I was blinded by the shame. You know the writings on the wall with all the things I wanna say. I was so lost in a broken dream. You can still be heard, so won't you tell them how you feel? I was so lost in a broken dream. You can still be heard, so won't you tell them how you feel? Hold your head up high, you can still be seen. Never be seen to give up living for your dreams. You know that dreams will come, you know that dreams will go. And some dreams will just never know. Some dreams will just never know. I never heard you calling out my name. I was deafened by the madness, I was blinded by the shame. Hold your head up high, you can still be seen. Never be seen to give up living for your dreams. You know that dreams will come, you know that dreams will go. Some dreams will just never know, mate. I was so lost in a broken dream. Nah, I was so lost in a broken dream. What about this one, son? A newborn baby breathes its first breath. A newborn baby breathes its first breath. So a newborn baby breathes its first breath. Crawling inside to take its first step. I've got no doubt. No doubt that this young boy will stumble. No doubt that this young boy will fall. No doubt, nah. I was so lost in a broken dream. You can still be heard, so what you tell them how you feel. Hold your head up high, you can still be seen. Never be seen to give up living for your dreams. You know that the dreams will come, you know that the dreams will go. You know that some dreams in life, or you will just never know. I was so lost in a broken dream. All my hope is gone now, torn from beneath my feet. I was so scared, oh I was scared beyond belief. And I was crying out for help, but I was so numb I couldn't scream. Overcome by rage, I could not contain the scene upon this canvas, all these words upon the page. I never heard you calling out my name. You know the writings on the wall with all the things I wanna say. I never heard you calling out my name. I was so lost in a broken dream, crying out for help, so now I couldn't scream. Overcome by rage, I could not contain the scene upon the canvas, all these words upon the page. I never heard you calling out my name. What else can you sing to this one, mate? When I was a young man fighting the system, I was all alone and insecure in my own skin, hiding the pain and the madness within because I followed all the crowds that tried to fit in. But these battles inside, they were taking their toll. truly believed that I would never grow old. Became clear as I started to stumble. My body broke down, caved in and it crumbled. As a young man I was hyperactive, on the move and I was always distracted. Couldn't be myself, I was so unattractive. Wearing a mask, I was always acting. Putting on a brave face, mate. Couldn't keep up, so travelled at my own pace. Never had a mirror on the wall in my own place. Full of excuses and deal demands. Full of excuses and deal demands. Asking myself, what the fuck do I stand? So full of hatred, ready to attack. Didn't know what was real, didn't know how to act. But my back was against the wall. And I need help facing reality. These lines are blurred and I need help finding clarity. Don't wanna walk this walk no more. People getting pushed by an unknown force. Moments ago I wasn't on bumble. No. I never heard you calling out my name. Oh, I was weaponed by the madness. I was blinded by the shame. I never heard you calling out my name. Deafened by the madness. Blinded by the shame. I might be stolen, holding out in case. You realize that you made a big mistake. I never heard you calling out my name. You know the writings on the wall with all the things you wanna say. Lost in a broken dream, I never heard you calling out my name. Nothing by the madness, I was blinded by the shame. I might be stolen, just holding out in case. You realize, yeah, you made a big mistake. I never heard you calling out my name. Nothing by the madness, I was blinded by the shame. So I might be stolen, holding out in case. You realize that you made a big mistake. I never heard you calling out my name. I never heard you calling out my name. Driven by the madness, blinded by the shame. I never heard you calling out my name. Have you ever looked into the eyes of a stranger, mate, but didn't see fear, no doubt, no danger? I could see that the next move he was going to make in his life, it was going to be major. So when I look into my brother's eyes, I see a man born with wings and now he's learning how to fly. I see a fire burning bright so deep down within, you know his soul is pure and strong, his soul is genuine. So when I look into my brother's eyes, my heart will overflow with love, my heart will overflow with pride. Yeah, my troubles come and go now as if they were the tide. The ocean's big and strong, but then again, so am I. Have you ever looked into the eyes of a stranger? Did I see fear, no doubt, no danger? I could see that the next move he's going to make in this life, it was going to be major, mate. We've got the time, now it's time to use it. Time to get adult sitting by the music. Life is a gift, so just don't refuse it. You could be happy that there's no need to prove it. So just be smart away. Each and every day they come in all cars, there's nothing to pay. Don't think to yourself, that's another way. Have a little bit on there by the day. Staging fast, streets are slow. Still one thing that I'd like to know. You could do to put on that show because I didn't really want to let those things go. Trying to predict the blood of my soul. Blazing fast, but the dream so slow. Blazing fast, I dream so slow. Still one thing that I'd like to know. Do you continue to put on that show because I didn't really want to let those things go? Trying to carry the blood of my soul and the powerful dreams and the power so low. Didn't know why, but I feel so alone. It's pain and down on the beginning of the show. Haha, I was so convinced I would never know. Love in my heart, in my body, and my soul. It's a beautiful life, mate, so just take control. Get a firm grip and keep a good hold. So great to see that I've been so blind, no matter your name. Willing to see your face on me. I need reminding. When I was a young man fighting the system, all alone and insecure in my own skin, hiding the pain and the madness within.